this up here because I want to do a reading on Mr. Nixon is my hero. Okay. I walk the line, I never get caught. Mr. Full Pardon by Trump, who is, it's reported that he's talking with an ex-policeman on assassinating, getting rid of Swalwell, or, what's the name of the other man? Let me see if I can find it again. Starts with an N. I'm not finding it now. But definitely, he wants to get rid of Swalwell. Now, of course, Trump was hoping he'd get absolute immunity. And then, if Roger Stone had them taken out, he could just pardon him again. Okay? I mean, it just keeps getting darker and darker and darker with these ones. So what can you tell me about this reported thing that Roger Stone, Mr. I Love Nixon, I don't know, why does he remind me of the Penguin on the Batman stuff? Okay. He just, maybe it's his nose, I don't know, but he reminds me of the Penguin. And think I used to live in the same town as that idiot. Oh, thank God I never ran into him. So what can you tell me about this? At the center of it, this is painful. This is really painful. Mentally painful. Okay? That the only way they can win is to get rid of the competition. He says, yeah, get rid of Swalwell. We'll see how brave they are then. Oh, how brave are you? Okay, that's your answer. Get rid of him. And then we'll see how brave the rest of the Democrats are. No, they will not stoop to. Mystery. Okay. By the dark of night. Okay, this is where he wanted to go. This is the tentacles he was growing. This was the plan that he's trying to put out, getting this ex-cop to get rid of Swalwell. Or the other gentleman, and I can't remember his name. I see his face, but I'm so bad with names. So at the center of it, we have, this was his plan, trying to talk with somebody together for, underneath of it, the long range. Okay? Long range, but it's not moving there very quickly. Okay? So even though he's trying to get a hold of this person, okay, trying to convince them that need to get rid of Swalwell, okay? And this is his big plan. It's not moving anywhere very quickly, okay? As painful as this may be to the Penguin, okay? Mr. Nixon, I love you. In his dark thoughts. But going into it, we have secrets. Yeah, this is something he was really trying to plot behind the scenes. But what's going on now is facing a loss with that. Okay? It's not working out so well. Maybe others, he talks a big game, not willing to do it himself, of course. Try to talk an ex-cop into doing it, okay? So above it, we have government, or we have one that is you would go to for advice, but we also have Biden. So I would say this is the secret thing for a loss to Biden, okay? For a loss to Biden, a loss to democracy, if he could pull this off, okay? So we've got the secret thing that he was talking with an ex-cop, okay, person in a position of power, about getting rid of Swalwell. The challenge is juggling this, okay? So this ex-cop was not jumping on it. Let's put it that way. The outcome is about the start of this, what was being said, what was being aimed, maybe a monetary thing. Who knows? Maybe there wasn't, but let's see what else we have. Above it, the strength of it, and underneath of it, the burden. You know, okay, he's not hearing it, not taking it in. Maybe it's not enough money, okay? Juggling it. Strength, no, this is a big burden. This is a, yeah, no. But it looks like, yeah, Stone did it. Stone tried to get rid of him, tried to talk them into it because this was a long-term advantage. So he tried to drag somebody into it, okay, by the dark of night, okay, because why? It's just too painful for him to bear, okay. God, this guy is... There's no low these guys won't stoop to. Again, above it, we had going to somebody, an ex-cop, okay? If he can find an ex-cop and he can find someone that's dirty because he's worried about Biden, worried about democracy. So come up with this secret plan, but now is facing loss. With it, okay? Now they're juggling this and looking at this new thing about this. I mean, this is the grounded stuff. This is the stuff that's taking place. This is not fantasy, okay? This is something that they actually, he was planning and tried to get somebody on board to do it. But this was too much of a burden for this person to take. He said, no way. I'm not looking at life in jail for you. I'm not looking at, you know, the death penalty for you. No way. So let's see what's going to come of this when it comes to Stone. What's coming up for Stone? Let's look at it that way. What's coming up for Stone? What can you tell me is coming up for Stone? Get these all shuffled here real quick first. What's coming up for Stone? What's in Stone's future? This guy, I've always had, he is so creepy. He just gives me the creeps when I see him. He's just smarmy, and it just feels like a slug, human slug. Ugh, nasty. So what's coming up for Stone in his future? Where is this moving to? The Chariot. So this is moving somewhere. Okay, let's look and see, pull the other cards and see. It's moving. Again, the mystery. I did shuffle them. So apparently they're going to be looking into this. Okay, the mystery. The tentacles. Where was this going? How serious was this? At the center of it, again, we start where we left off with the other one, what was underneath of it. At the center of it now we have the long term, okay? And underneath of it, where is this walking away to? Maybe he's going to try to walk away from it, okay? Maybe others are going to walk away from it, but let's see what else we have. There are people that want to distance themselves from this. Going into it, we have the MAGA clan. What's going on now feels a bit tied up, okay, with things, with this being looked at. Above it, do we have a witness? Underneath of it, of course, it all comes back to the narcissist. Now, Stone is absolutely a narcissist as well. Is there somebody willing to talk that knows what was going on in the family, so to speak, of the MAGA clan? Or do they all want to distance themselves and walk away from this? We'll have to see. The challenge is facing the loss. Okay. The outcome, it's being worked on. Okay. Has to be built. Case has to be built. Above it, we see this abuse that was there, and underneath of it, this toxic player. Okay. Yeah, so they're looking to try to balance this and look and see the truth of it. This walking away could also be willing to walk this dark path, okay? Willing to do this, move on this. He definitely wanted to move on this, okay? So they're going to look deeper into the mystery, where this was going. You know, what roots does it have? Who plotted what at night? And where is this going to? We're looking at the long-term thing, but again, it's not moving very quickly. It doesn't look like it's something that they're really jumping on. Okay? Because going into it, we have to have somebody in the family that feels restricted enough, that knows, that would talk, that would be a witness against Stone, okay? Somebody that feels enough pressure that they'd be willing to do this. Because above it, we have this abuse that he was doing and his toxicity. The challenge is he's facing the loss, and the case needs to be built. So it's not by any means at a place right now where they would really, I think, be moving on it. I think they're looking into it, but it's not at a place now where it's ready to go. Where they're ready to really delve into it. Okay. Like I said, you know, he's another one of these, like Trump, that tries to get somebody else to do their dirty work and then says, I had nothing to do with it. My hands are clean. Okay. But yet they're the instigators of it. I hope this cop comes forward and is willing to address it. I hope he's willing to give some testimony and say, yes, this did happen. Okay. So on that note, I'll leave that here. And we'll have to watch this, how it unfolds, and see if it actually goes anywhere, or if they're going to walk away from it and distance themselves from that and not really want to involve.